Paul Labille Pogba was born on March 15, 1993, in Lagny-sur-Marne, France, to Guinean parents who had left West Africa in search of a better life. His childhood was far from glamorous. In the small town of Roissy-en-Brie, Pogba grew up in a modest apartment, sharing everything with his family. His mother, Yeo Moriba, was the heart of the home. A strong woman raising 3 boys, doing everything she could to keep them focused and disciplined. Football was always there, a dream, a lifeline, an escape. While his older twin brothers, Florentin and Matthias, showed promise, it was Paul who stood out even as a boy. At 6 years old, he joined his local club, US Roissy-en-Brie, where his coach quickly noticed something unusual. His confidence, his vision, his to command a game despite his age. His mother encouraged him, protecting him fiercely, guiding him to chase a dream bigger than the streets around him. As Pogba grew, so did his reputation. At Le Havre Academy, he began to shine across France. Scouts were watching. At 16, Manchester United came calling, and with his mother's blessing, Paul left home to join the legendary club. For a teenager, it was both a dream and a challenge. He arrived in England with raw energy, dazzling talent, but also a fiery personality that clashed with the structured discipline of Sir Alex Ferguson. Pogba believed he was ready, but Ferguson had other plans. Frustrated by a lack of chances, Pogba left United in 2012, walking away from one of the biggest clubs in the world. Many called it arrogant, but Pogba knew his worth. Juventus welcomed him, and in Italy, the boy became a man. At Juventus, Pogba exploded into stardom. Under Antonio Conte and later Massimiliano Allegri, he thrived. With his long strides, audacious skills, thunderous strikes, and signature swagger, he became one of the most exciting midfielders in the world. Juventus dominated Serie A, and Pogba was at the center of it all, lifting trophies, scoring screamers, and dazzling fans with flair rarely seen in someone his size. His confidence was magnetic. His hairstyles became part of his identity, every cut a statement. The world was watching, and Pogba embraced the spotlight. He wasn't just a footballer, he was a brand, a superstar in the making. In 2016, the prodigal son returned. Manchester United paid a world record fee of £89 million to bring Pogba back, making him the most expensive player in history. The expectations were enormous. United fans dreamed of him restoring the glory days. He became the face of Adidas campaigns, a social media icon, a player who symbolized the new era. But the fairy tale was not smooth. Though he gave moments of brilliance, Pogba's time at United was overshadowed by inconsistency, injuries, and a fractured relationship with Jose Mourinho. The world saw glimpses of the genius: long-range goals, inch-perfect passes, unstoppable runs. But they also saw frustration, debates, and criticism. Was he lazy? Was he misunderstood? Was he surrounded by the wrong system? The questions never stopped. Yet on the international stage, Pogba delivered when it mattered most. At the 2018 World Cup in Russia, he was at the heart of Didier Deschamps' French team. He was not just flashy, he was mature, disciplined, and commanding. In the final against Croatia, Pogba scored with his weaker foot, a moment that sealed France's second World Cup. He danced, he smiled, he celebrated with his mother and his brothers. From the streets of Roissy-en-Brie to the pinnacle of world football, Paul Pogba was a champion of the world, but behind the success, storms brewed. Injuries began to plague his career, keeping him on the sidelines for months at a time. Frustration grew, and so did the criticism. Then came personal betrayal. In 2022, his brother Matthias released shocking videos accusing Pogba of witchcraft, blackmail, and lies. The public was stunned. Pogba, once surrounded by family love, found himself at the center of a painful scandal. He admitted he had been the victim of extortion, shaken by the betrayal of his own blood. For a man who always spoke of family first, it cut deeper than any tackle. And just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, another blow arrived. In 2023, Pogba tested positive for doping. The news rocked the football world. From world record to world champion, now he was facing a ban, his career crumbling in front of millions. Fans who once adored him questioned if it was the end. Was Pogba a wasted talent, a misunderstood genius, or both? The boy who once dreamed in the small parks of Roissy-en-Brie now sat in silence, far from the pitch that gave him everything. Yet even in his darkest moments, Pogba remains Pogba, charismatic, smiling, fighting, refusing to let the world define his story. For some, he will always be the arrogant midfielder who never fulfilled his potential. For others, he will forever be the kid who danced his way to a World Cup, who rose from nothing to become one of the most recognized names in football. Paul Pogba's story is not finished. It is a story of brilliance and heartbreak, loyalty and betrayal, glory and despair. A story that shows how even the brightest stars can stumble, but still shine in their own way. Because in the end, Pogba is more than just a footballer. He is a symbol of the beautiful, unpredictable, heartbreaking game.